Hey guys, I'm Bryson here, and you know, the average American does not even have a passport. However though, if you've ever traveled before, have you ever wondered what the life of a flight attendant is actually like, okay? Like, what do they actually do? How much do they make? Where do they stay? And by the way, everything is cool until it's a job. Like, everyone wants to travel until they're a flight attendant, and all you do is travel, okay? But I want to find out exactly what is if life actually like as a flight attendant. If you do, also watch the video and top out. Also like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified, and leave a comment down below and let me know exactly if you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? You know, where would I go? I would want to visit, it used to be Germany to look at the snow, honestly, but I came to New York. There's also snow here. I'd probably want to go to Thailand or for India. No, I want to go to India. Definitely India. I love Indian food all of a sudden, honestly. So I want to go to India and just try like all the Indian food there, okay? That's my choice, India or Hawaii. Comment down below, let me know, okay guys? Without further ado, let's find out exactly how this lady actually lives as a flight attendant. By the way, guys, one thing is the flight attendant represents, for example, like the whole airline, okay? If these people are bad, usually you get like bad service reports. And I remember, for example, for like longest time, I haven't had a bad issue, but I remember my mom had a bad issue with one of them, okay? Only once in a lifetime of travel. Melissa Pittman is a Delta flight attendant. That's awesome. I invest in Delta. I fly with Delta. That was pretty cool.
My name is Melissa. I am your flight leader on today's flight.
Her job is based out of New York. Okay, nice. But she commutes from Los Angeles.
I always tell people, I'm like, look, you drive to work, I fly.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
There's a system in which they build these trips and schedulers that build these trips, and then you're assigned that trip and you're working with that crew for the day.
Pittman arrives at the gate about an hour before takeoff. Interesting. So she lives in New York. She commutes all the way to Los Angeles, right? An hour before she has to be there, and then she goes ahead and takes that trip. It's so interesting. It's so interesting.
We are completely full. We have 2 jobs.
Is leading the flight. Awesome.
Seaters.
Which means she is in charge of communication of communicating with the pilot. Honestly. Okay, cool.
Hey, Captain.
Hey, how's it going, Melissa?
I'm Melissa.
Sit.
Sid, nice to meet you. Just coming in for a briefing.
By the way, look at all of these buttons, huh? So many buttons to make this thing fly. You know, one thing I love about captains and like pilots is that there are so many things you have to check through over and over again, like a checklist to make sure you're actually flying correctly. Imagine if they didn't have that, okay? And I like that they have, for example, like always like a partner there in case the other one is off one day. You know, flying on a plane is usually going to be safer than actually driving. Isn't that insane?
Before we depart, please direct your attention to your video monitors for a brief presentation of safety features.
Flight attendants can't board without their Sky Pro. What is a Sky Pro? Oh, like the phone thing?
I just go to Comfort Plus, and that shows me all my Comfort Plus passengers.
Nice.
Your wheelchair, as you can see,
Yeah.
there's a wheelchair passenger sitting
Nice.
right there. There's an infant baby.
We need to make sure all of our safety equipment is in place. We need to do all of our checks before we can even start boarding.
Awesome. You know, people think that basically it's more like, oh, they're just there to like tell you about the seatbelt and tell you about like how you blow something here and there. But it's a lot more that goes into the job. And honestly, I had no idea about all these like other factors.
The plane looks good back there. All our pre-flight checks are good.
We have to be patient because although we're on flights all the time, there's people who don't know how to operate the overhead bins. There's people.
Yes, sir. That is very true. And it's very repetitive also. And you get, one thing is the screaming kids, kind of like, that's one thing I don't really like that much, but it's part of the game.
Who don't know how to put their seatbelt on. We have to remember that on every single flight we're on.
This is real life. They're stressing us about closing the door.
They're stressing us about closing the door. Yeah, time to close the door.
Bye. Have a good day.
The flight is now ready for departure. Interesting. It's pretty cool
You
stuff.
guys, appreciate it.
after a while you fly so much, you kind of know, like we know what the single ding means, we know what the double ding means. It's just like any other job or career, you just learn.
Guys, who wants to become a flight attendant? Like, is this a job they actually want to? I think they get like half off discounts on flights and everywhere around the world, including family. Pretty cool stuff.
And you know what those things are.
In the first class cabin, Pittman is busy taking drinks and meal orders. By the way, first flight in Delta is pretty cool. They give you nice things, but is it worth, for example, all that extra money? I can never say I've flown first class, ever. The closest I've been is basically as a kid, maybe, where I had to have like a flight attendant take care of me, but that's about it. I'm not willing to pay like an extra $300, $400 to fly like first class. It just doesn't make sense, at least just yet, okay? Warren Buffett has his own plane and stuff like that, but for me, I'm flying like maybe like once or twice a year. Like, do I need that stuff? The answer is no. Worst drinks to pour. What? What is this?
So here's our nemesis soda, Diet Coke. You will watch the fizz. See how much fizz there is? It takes
Damn, look at that.
forever to go down.
When the hot meals come out of the oven, they're plated and served. Interesting. Bro, look how they make this stuff. It's a whole pancake and a pickle. Is that a pickle on that pancake? Let's go back there. Let's go see this. I think it's a pickle. Yeah, it's a pickle and like a pancake. Like, who ordered this stuff? Who ordered this pickles and a pancake? Like, what is this, bro? It's a pickle and a pancake. Oh my god. People have quality. What do they call them? Quality palettes, guys. Palettes are crazy here. Cold meals are pre-plated and are already ready to go. Cool.
This is what we would consider to be moderate
During the flight is considered moderate
turbulence.
Which means she has to hustle to get the meals out, honestly. She serves 20 meals in total during this flight, and no tips, by the way. Oh, can you tip someone on first class? I'm not sure. I know you can't tip them in coach. It's just like a cookie and some water. But yeah, I'm not sure. If you've been in first, by the way, guys, comment down below. Have you ever flown first class? And if you have, let me know your experience and was it worth the money? Yes or no? So flight attendants aren't just there to serve food and drinks.
And this is how we write up any repairs.
They have to be prepared for anything. Equipment and furnishing manual. It's a big book.
That need to be made on the aircraft.
From fires, air raid passengers, and to medical events.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
After landing, Pittman and the captain stand in front.
Between hello and goodbye, literally, I think I say it.
Bye-bye, man. Thank you. Thanks for joining
Bye,
us.
thank you.
That's crazy. 600 times a day. Hello, goodbye. Hello, hello, goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Before the plane, the flight attendants make sure everyone is off the plane. There was one time I actually fell asleep on the plane. It was actually a connecting flight. So I was actually going to miss my, because I had to take off. I had to get off the plane. It was so funny, man. But it was going to be terrible. I don't even know where I was going to end up. I remember, for example, when I used to live in the Caribbean, and for example, in Tortola, there was this company, it's called Liat, I think the company was called. And all the time, you can never get to your destination on time. So basically, you will land somewhere and they had to either sleep you at the airport, like you had to sleep at the airport, for example, or for example, get you a hotel. But it was always a headache to get your destination on time. Things have changed a lot.
Make sure no one is in the laboratory.
Hide now. Has that ever happened before? Find anyone?
We have technology in place that tells
Post-flight.
us what concourse to go to, what gate to go to next. It tells us how much time before we have to be there.
Interesting.
It has
It's a whole system,
all of
guys.
those things.
Pittman has a 4-hour sit between flights. Does she get paid for the 4-hour sit, by the way? Which she uses to hang out in the lounge, work out in the gym, or have a meal. Awesome. The worst part. I wonder what is the worst part here. You know, Is it, for example, not having like a stationary place to actually stay at? Like, how's your vacation time? Where are like your off days? Do you have to fly every day? What time do you actually get home and all that stuff? That's the main thing, you know. Jet lag, maybe? I don't know. It's a lot of things with this whole thing.
Happy birthday,
Being away from family, I guess.
dear Micah.
Today's pitman is missing her son's birthday. Oh wow, that's tough, man.
Happy birthday to you. I love my passenger interaction. I love working with my crew. I love showing up to work and having a great crew.
That's awesome, you know. And when you love your job, by the way, this is the thing, right? You don't have to be, for example, the pilot. You don't have to be like the airline owner, the CEO, or the person in charge of the finance, all that stuff. You just have to enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Whether it's a flight attendant, if you want to do that, you enjoy it, great. Whether it's being the pilot, the CFO, the CEO, whatever you want to do, you know. But it's important to choose a job that you actually enjoy, a career, gets you enjoyment, fulfillment, and everything else. The lady here is like fully laughing and enjoying her life. So that's awesome. Respect. All right, guys, so that is the end of it, okay? And by the way, I thought this video was going to be like super secretive, like we're gonna find out something I've never seen before. But overall, it seems like a pretty cool, repetitive job, you know, that you never know what's gonna happen. You know, every flight is the same until it's not, and then, you know, things get very iffy. But overall, would I want to be a flight attendant? The answer is it's probably not for me. I don't like the idea of like being away from my family for this long time and like having to commute for somewhere for 4 hours and stuff like that. It's just not for me though. But comment down below, is this for you? And if it is for you, well, comment down below your name, address, and number so I can call you and I can be your cousin or your brother, or, you know, just to get some discounts also. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. On top of that, also, if you want to join me on my third channel to talk to me one-on-one for 30 minutes, well, feel free to do so. Link down below. All schedules are free, but spots will be limited, so get in while you still actually can, okay, guys? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you want to DM me right here at Tommy Bryson, my only Instagram, by the way, and click my face right here. Also, another video. I think my video is here and my face is here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always,